What's up, players? That is still one of the worst intros I've ever done, but I don't care. I'm staying with it. How you all doing? It is Sunday, January 3rd, 2021, third daily podcast of Bonding Time. So far, we are 3 for 3 for starting late on the live podcast, and still 2 for 2 on uploading on YouTube at the appropriate time. So I don't know. Hopefully, we could start the live one on time once I actually get my regular weekly schedule set going. Because starting that new job Wednesday, the idea is to come straight home from work, get out of my work clothes, or maybe I could even stay in my work clothes. Don't even matter because there's no webcam here. Just a talking screen. And yeah, hopefully everything starts being consistent. Anyway, I'm going to go right into the members of this podcast. Not everyone is staying here the entire time, but you know what we do. We shoot the shit and we talk about stuff and things all over the place. And I just came back from getting some water, and as soon as I came in the call, they're already talking about Dogecoin. So I guess that's what we're going to end up talking about first. Again, it's a trend. It's tradition. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and undeafen, and I'm going to start letting everyone introduce themselves, even if they've been here already. So let's get that pop up on here. And hi, guys.
Hello.
Hola.
So, whether people know you or not, we're just going to go from top to bottom. If everyone wants to introduce themselves and say anything right now, go for it. Starting with ShrimplyAwesome.
What's up? ShrimplyAwesome. And don't forget to subscribe to BONDofGAMES, Prime Gaming.
Yo, he actually rehearsed it and got it right. Pog.
Yeah, I got it right the first time this time.
Pog. Next.
Bonding time. Losing all my Dogecoin. Got to withdraw all of my stocks. Hi, guys.
We need to get these lyrics to TJ. He needs to actually make this.
Also, I draw Twitch emotes. If you want them, eat.
Well, good job following that, Top.
Twitter.com/Squirpz. If you have a Twitch channel, affiliate, or partner, you want to get yourself some emotes, she has some awesome ones on display as her pinned messages and whatnot. So go ahead and check those out. I love them. She's going to be making me some more.
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay. First 5 minutes of the stream. Already lying. Classic Caitlin. And last but not least.
Hi, I'm TopCraft Gaming. I do YouTube and Twitch very, very rarely. Subscribe. Thanks.
Yo, I said last but not least. So I have no idea who I'm implying is least.
Oh.
Well, maybe he's a little least.
Well, I'm not least because I'm, last but not least.
It's me.
So
I'm least. Anyway, so Dogecoin.
Oh, fuck.
Are we back on this? I thought we talked about this yesterday.
So here's the dealio with the Dogecoin. It's been awkwardly stagnant, and only today, this afternoon, did it start kind of dropping. And as I speak, it's starting to go back up again. No one can make up their damn mind.
Sounds like my love life, except for that last part.
You can make up your mind?
What?
You said except for the last part.
No, but it's getting better.
Oh.
Feels bad.
Anyway, let's just appreciate the fact that suddenly, out of nowhere, as I'm starting the stream, in the past 30 minutes, it actually started going back up. So I did something today that I did for the first time. So I was explaining this to Caitlin because she's also a complete stock noob, as I'm sure a lot of you are in chat, everyone watching, because this is just not a thing most people do. Just being real. So the gist of trading stocks for this purpose of conversation is you cannot do day trading, which is buying and selling the same stock multiple times during the day, unless you have some kind of special account with over $25,000 in your buying power or your net portfolio, whatever it is, which is a lot of money. Not everyone has that much money invested into stocks. So I was worried that you couldn't do that with crypto. I come to find out you actually can with no penalty whatsoever, because crypto is its entirely own thing, has nothing to do with stocks. With that said, for the first time, I actually was able to sell at one point and then buy at a lower point. So I started making up for the Dogecoin that I lost. I had originally had like 67,000 Dogecoin. I went down to 55 when I fucked up and sold right when I thought it was going to plummet again. And I messed up. I bought back and only had 55,000. But I sold again and got back up to 57,500. So we're good. We're still profiting for the day, which is good. But I need everyone to invest in Dogecoin at not the exact same time I do, but like immediately after me, and make that value go up, please, because I like money and I want to have it so I can buy stuff and things or pay bills. Bonding time. Promoting the Dogecoin.
Never getting my money back.
I mean, hey, I got $111 return, so I mean, profit is profit. Money is money.
That's like 10 Chipotle burritos, John.
That's like 108 breakfast burritos at McDonald's.
Whoa, that's a lot of food.
Forgot about tax, man.
No, that's why I said 108. Actually, no, it's probably, you know what? Now we got to do the math.
Oh, my Lord.
No. Well,
$111.11 divided by $1.08 equals 102.87. So 102, because they're not going to give me 87% or 88% of a burrito. They just don't do that.
I mean, maybe they could bite it for you.
I'm going to go with no.
I almost dropped my iPad phone.
Don't do that.
That is not a deal.
That would make me sad to just know that you wasted all that money.
Yeah, what's up?
Anywho, so I think we're basically done with the Dogecoin bit for the night. We're gonna update that tomorrow again, as per usual. It's just gonna be a trend. Ironically, freaking Bitcoin and Dogecoin are the only cryptocurrencies that went down today at all, whereas every other crypto, including Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin SV, all of them are up anywhere from 9 to 23%. So I think people are jumping ship from Dogecoin and Bitcoin and just trying to capitalize on another one, bail out, and then go back into Bitcoin and Dogecoin? Maybe? I just can't believe Dogecoin is actually an accepted cryptocurrency in any way, shape, or form. It's so dumb.
I mean,
I love it, but it's so dumb. I can like dumb things. I like Kingdom Hearts, so.
And I think everyone has a right to liking dumb things. I mean, if people didn't, then no one would be here for the stream, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like John.
Yeah, right? This is the dumbest idea ever. What do you talk about in your podcast? Anything. So there's no niche. Just completely derailed at all times, right?
Mm-hmm.
No focus whatsoever.
Well, I mean, you can't
no target
derail if
audience
never a
at
track.
all. Correct.
What is
bonding time?
Well, you see, you
Baby, don't hurt me.
Listen to the Bond man talk.
What is fun? Let me spell it for you. F is for friends who do stuff together.
Oh, Lord.
And welcome back to the bad impression segment of the show.
N is for no Dogecoin.
Damn.
Got him.
N is for no Dogecoin and losing all your cash down here in the deep blue sea.
Yeah, sounds about right.
We got Zanitas in the chat saying, how does one bond? Explain the concept of bond. We're doing it. We're just talking.
Like a scientific
Chillax.
Chillaxing, talking about our common interests. Anybody do anything interesting today?
In
Not a thing.
chemistry, a bond or chemical bond is a link between atoms and molecules or compounds between ions and molecules in crystals. A bond represents a lasting attraction between atoms, molecules, or ions. The end.
In finance,
Yo,
a
that
bond is an
basically
instrument
described
of
me.
Indebtedness.
What was that?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I was talking over you. What'd you say?
In finance, a bond is an instrument of indebtedness.
Oh, right. There's so many meanings of bond.
You're James Bond.
Bond of lame.
Got him.
Got you.
Air horns, John. Gotta whip out the air horn.
Not playing the air horn. Is that y'all's first time hearing that?
What, air horns?
No, the bond of lame.
Bond of
Oh,
gay.
yes.
More like bond
F.
of lame.
She keeps repeating it in case it's somebody's first time hearing it, and every time she does, I'm just like, God, I'm right here. I just walked into it. Like, damn it.
I mean, honestly, it's a sound strategy, and it just keeps getting funnier every time she says it.
Thanks.
This is true, which is why I still allow it. You know what? I don't know if this is going to hurt or... You know what? Just stop. I'm going to change my name. There you go.
What did you change it to? Oh,
Change
thanks,
it
John.
to-
We're just going to accept our
I don't feel like you
demise.
changed your name. I feel like what you did was just accept your true identity. I feel like BONDofGAMES was the facade, and now you are actually yourself.
So
true.
the concept of Bond of Games is that everyone comes together through their love of video games. Bond of Lames, by direct comparison, would mean everyone is bonding because of how lame they are in unison. So
No.
me being
See,
Bond
this
of
is
Lames
where you
just means that I'm hosting the
misunderstand.
channel
I think
that is
it's
making
more
all
of a
you
you
lamos
thing,
come to.
John.
You like how as soon as
Yeah.
I say that, he's like, no, I'm going to change what
John.
my interpretation of your
John.
name.
Can I just have
Bond
a
of
minute?
Lames is about people coming together over how lame you are.
Yeah, it's more of a you thing, John.
Oh, y'all can all suck my ass.
I mean, do we have a choice?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm so fucking pissed right now.
Why? Because you have a choice of eating my ass?
No. Emote stuff.
What you did?
I have to change something, of course. Well, back to the lab again.
Oh, your emote. Yeah, emote artists have this this curse of no matter how good their emote is, if there's something that the customer wants changed, they kind of have to do something entirely over again.
No, essentially my issue, just a quick rant, guys, if you ever request an emote. If you send an emote artist a reference and say, I want it exactly like this, and they draw it exactly like you want it, and then after you send it to them and ask, is this okay? And they're like, actually, no, change the pose entirely. That's not cool.
Yeah, it's not very cash money.
It's not like you could just drag and re-rotate things. You gotta redraw it. Also, hello, Bree. Welcome to
Hello.
Bonding
Hello,
time.
welcome. Introduce yourself to the people.
I am Bonk. That's about it.
She is
Honestly, I think that was the best intro.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give her a better one. Bree is NSFW personified.
Oh God, you just got me thinking of Perry.
And I'm the ghost shield.
Right? God, I need to upload like a highlight reel of that game because we were playing
God.
Phasmophobia for anyone who wasn't there for that. And who was the other one that got?
I think it was it Top? No.
I was not there for that.
Oh, it
one.
was Shig.
Oh yeah, it was shit. Okay, so basically what had happened was I was the one who figured out where the ghost was because everyone else was just kind of walking around and I was watching the cameras and seeing like, oh, this is when the insanity meter is going and the activity meter is going as high as possible. Guys, this is where it is. I walked in, pissed off the ghost, and Bree got caught right next to me.
Yeah. Ran right into it.
And then later on, when I found out exactly pinpoint where it was, it appeared, and I just started screaming like, "Back up! It's coming! It's coming! It's coming! Back! Back! Back!" And Shig walked directly in front of me and just took the death. But the best
Murdering
part was how
everybody.
his body had a seizure, but
Oh
he
my
didn't
God, yeah.
actually die. His body like duplicated, and he's just walking around casually like, "I guess I'm not dead."
I just cannot understand how you were the only person that survived that round when literally you didn't even know how to use a flashlight.
Yes, that was so irritating.
It was because I changed all my shortcuts and I completely forgot. Like I thought I did it to where it would be easier, but that
And
just
not
made it
easy
worse.
when you don't remember.
Yep.
Yeah, for like half that round, you were just walking around in the dark.
It's like, give me a flashlight. Give me a flashlight.
Oh, well, no. At the beginning, I just didn't have a flashlight at all. Like I couldn't find one, and then I went back to the bus or whatever, the RV, and I was just like, oh, there it is.
That's
Mhm.
Just
Right, where
casually
they
sitting there
always
waiting
are.
for you.
Well,
Oh God. That
I
gave me some
literally
peace.
I literally said to the guy, I'm like, oh, that wasn't like the pose that you sent me. Like, I'm not trying to sound like an idiot or like mean or anything, but like, once again, if you tell me to draw something in a specific pose and I do it, and then you tell me to change the pose after I'm all done, like, I sent this guy a sketch, even showing him, I'm like, hey, is this sketch okay? He's like, yeah, I want it exactly like that. So I'm all done. I just finished doing all the shading, the line art, everything. It's all done. Actually, can you change this? Like, bitch.
No, it's done.
I like
it's
how
so
I could hear
infuriating.
in your voice you wanted to say like I don't mean to sound like a, and you were gonna say dick, then you were gonna say bitch, then you were just like
Yeah,
idiot
like,
meanie.
That's the point. That's the point. That is the point of me sending you a sketch of the drawing. Before I finish it, before I get to the final stages of the drawing, I'm sending you this sketch that is essentially how the drawing will look. And if there's something you want me to change, let me know in the early stages so I can fucking change it for you. Not when I'm all
Yeah.
goddamn done with it. Holy shit, that pisses me off, I swear to God. I
Hey,
hate
this is
that.
an infomercial for emote artists. They all feel this way.
Yes,
if you
don't
make
hurt them.
and if you make them restart, you better tit pieces of shit.
I mean, honestly, at that point, I'm just fight them.
Just fight them.
That's the
go
solution.
hit him with the rusty spoon.
So I briefly look at the chat from time to time. Like if there's something we can talk about that the chat brings up, we could just derail from that. Otherwise, like I don't bring too much attention to it because that kind of breaks up all the conversation. But since it's relevant, we have Rim Reaper who said if this stream goes NSFW, we all agree to call the podcast Bondage time.
You know, it always comes back to bondage.
Oh my
You know,
God.
after
God.
that first night on the our server,
Wait, Caitlin, what?
You have to tell them a bondage time. Holy shit! You have to tell them about the Pokemon Showdown shenanigans,
Oh,
please.
Yes, okay, I will. But Top, go ahead and finish what you were saying, and then I'll talk about what Caitlin said.
Shrimp that brought it up.
Oh,
Has
wow,
acknowledged how terrible
confusing
it was.
names. That's so unprofessional.
Oh, his name was lighting up when Caitlin was talking, so I said top.
But yeah, that was whack. That first night.
Oh yeah, the first
Oh.
night you joined our server, and we just like after all the shit that went down, we just had to change your name to Bondage of Games.
And now on that server, I'm just called Booty of Games.
So just for the chat, for you guys, just to get a little snippet of what that night was like. We spent probably a good hour and a half just listing off different names for a penis.
Oh
Not just
my.
for a specific person,
yeah,
too. Not
For a
just in
specific
general.
person, mind you.
Like, I do this thing where, like, I don't want to call it flirting. I just want to call it intentionally crossing the boundary for the sake of comedy. So I just kept referring to our friend Polly and his Mr. Johnson and the Juice Crew.
Is this a good time for me to...
Hi, Chrome. We're just talking about Polly's penis again.
Oh, because I heard flirting. I'm like, oh, is this a good time for me to join?
Hey, where'd you
now?
come from?
You know his
Oh.
one-eyed
Yeah,
giant
that's
purple
right.
yogurt slinger?
Yo,
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I
Ooh.
love waffles. Especially chrome ones.
Okay, you can stop right there, buddy.
They're the future waffles. You know?
Alright, so Bondage. Yeah, so
What the fuck?
Yeah.
oh wait, yeah, you just joined. Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah, he
so
hasn't had the
yeah,
rundown.
you did join at an awkward time then. Never mind. Hold up.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna backpedal just a little bit. We're talking about the fact that when I first joined the other server with you guys that we were talking about NSFW stuff and y'all ended up just changing my name to Bondage.
I'm so ready for this. Oh my god, Jen, tell them.
So rewind, because that wasn't the first time this happened with me being called Bondage.
Oh, what do you know?
So Caitlin and I started trying to get into competitive battling with Sword and Shield. We hadn't actually done proper competitive battling for a couple years.
Correct.
So we're testing teams. And I'm testing a team that she wants to use. And she started watching my games. I go up against this other guy. And for some reason or another, like, I don't know if he misread our names or if he just gave us nicknames on the spot. So I was talking to him. I don't even remember what the hell I said. All he said was, I like your name, Bondage. And I'm like, hello? And then Caitlin started, like, cackling in the call for this rando calling me Bondage. And then she messaged in the chat, is like, oh my god, I love that, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, thanks, Squirtz.
Oh god.
Instead of Squirpz.
Nice.
And full disclosure, Caitlin and I have changed our Facebook usernames for each other to Bondage and Squirts from that one moment.
Oh my god.
I mean, how could you not?
Yeah, it's only fitting.
It's the opportunity.
Of a lifetime.
So, speaking of Pokemon, didn't you say you were going to get the pack opening this year?
Yes, actually, me and Caitlin. Oh yeah, Caitlin,
Speaking
tell
of
them
pack opening.
about this past weekend.
Yeah. So speaking of pack opening, I saw this one post. So my brother's friends found a box of Pokemon cards at Walmart that has a 1 in 5 chance of finding a Neo Genesis card, right? So Neo Genesis pack, like they're seated in the boxes. You can get legitimate Neo Genesis vintage pack. So I've been to 4 Walmarts and 3 Walgreens over the course of the weekend, have found absolutely nothing. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go to Target. So I rode on over to Target and they had maybe 20 of like these tins. The tins have Scorbunny, Grookey, and Sobble on them. You get a promo V card of the final evolution of any of those 3. And there's 5 packs in these boxes for $20, so it's a good deal. And you also get a chance of getting an X and Y evolutions pack. So if you guys don't know what that is, They're the packs that came out in 2016 with remakes of the original base set Pokemon cards. So I'm like, oh, $20. Let me buy one box. I'll come back tomorrow and get more, right? So I bought one. I unboxed it on stream. I pulled some good pulls out of the packs. I went to Target today, right? And they had absolutely nothing. Someone or some people went in and literally bought every single tin. Every single $20 tin. Target had absolutely fucking nothing. I was so angry. So now I have to go every day this week to find more tins because people are scalping this shit. It's crazy.
My brother works at Target. I can ask him.
Oh, nice.
Like
Would
he does
all
the
Targets
stocking.
have the same vending days?
Yeah, I'm in Jersey, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
he
they
does
do.
he does the stocking in the morning
I've got a
in
couple
the
of friends that work at
toy
Target as well.
section. Like, so I'll ask him if he's seen them,
That would be awesome.
and if you really want them, I can figure out how to get them to you if you really want them.
Oof, that would be great. We'll see, because I mean, the Target's right down the street from my house, and I don't
Gotcha.
have a life, so I can just go every day when I get home from work.
I don't have a life.
I don't do anything special, I just draw emotes. I'm gonna play video games, but
Gotcha.
I mean,
You know,
What
it's
more do
nice.
you need?
So Bond, have you looked into any packs you want to get to open?
I'm honestly thinking about just doing the new stuff. So the last pack that started coming out was Vivid Voltage back in November. It's been out of stock since like the first week of December. So
Dang.
on Amazon, I'm just gonna order when they go back in stock. I'm gonna get 2 boxes of 36 packs. I'm going to unbox one of them on stream and keep the other one sealed. And something that I'm interested in doing is actually taking the codes, because when you open a pack, you get a barcode or a
Yeah.
QR code that actually contains all the cards you're opening, so you
Yeah,
can
for
use it in
the
the TCG
TCGs.
Online game. So I'm going to take those and actually use them on the TCG Online, try to build packs, decks around the packs I get, with the exception of like energy cards, because they don't come with enough of those. You have to put those in yourself. So that's the exception. But other than that, I want to just make decks around the new packs and try to get into the current meta, because it's always changing as new sets come out. And then I come to find out they release a new box every 2 to 4 months. So on an average of 3 months. So every 3 months, whatever new box is coming out, I want to get 2 of them, keep one, unbox one. If I pull something super valuable or what I think is going to be super valuable, I'll just keep it in a hard sleeve, maybe get it graded one day, yada, yada, yada. And potentially a long-term hobby of this, as long as everything stays consistent. I mean, I've been doing YouTube/streaming in general for 13 years, so I think another 4 years is safe to say could still continue. 3-4 years from now, even then, you could start selling sealed booster boxes for 5 times markup value from what you originally bought it.
Yep.
So I could hypothetically buy 3 boxes of each one, unbox one, put one into imaginary storage to never touch for a long ass time, and then 3 years from now, just sell one of my boxes from 3 years ago. 3 months later, sell the one from 3 years ago that time, and keep going and let the boxes pay for the new boxes.
John, check your chat.
I will check my chat. Oh, Roselia. Cute as hell.
Thanks.
I like.
Big butts and you will not lie.
Yeah.
You other brothers can't deny.
When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist. No one else is gonna pick up. From that?
I mean, I
Alright.
said 2 lines already. I was waiting for someone else.
I started it.
No.
We're out there. In your
Stop.
face, you get a boner.
Straight to the point. No pun
I mean-
intended.
Dudums.
Oh god.
And around thing in your face, you get sprung.
Want to pull up? Because you noticed that butt was stuffed. Deep in the jeans she's
Deep in the
wearing.
jeans she's wearing.
I'm hooked and I can't stop staring.
Oh baby,
Oh,
I want to
baby,
get
I
with
want to
ya.
get with ya and take your picture. My homeboy's trying to warn me, but that butt you got me, you so horny. I was preparing to do the me so horny, and I did it too early.
That's why you just wing it.
My brain moved faster than my mouth.
Oh,
Your
trust
brain
me.
hasn't slowed
I
down.
understand.
What I gotta do to get a 30. Oh shoot.
I still have not slept from yesterday.
There's no
Hi.
way.
Oh boy.
I have
Hi.
not slept yet today.
This
Yeah, or
is the
yesterday.
truth. I can confirm.
Neither have I, Bond.
Bree, what is wrong with you?
Well, I got my second wind, and then now I'm on like my sixth. Anyway, eating helps a lot.
Yeah. Eating was what makes it so it's like I'm not dead.
Mm-hmm.
That is a factual statement.
That is
yes.
how life works. Yes.
And then I built a whole ass Sims house.
She did. I saw it. It was
It's
great.
gorgeous.
It is.
If any of y'all want a house designed, call me. I got you.
Of course.
Yep.
But yeah, have not slept since. I've been awake for 26 hours now.
Good
I
lord.
have I think 1 more hour on you,
Yeah.
and I'm
Dang,
sick.
Chrome, she got
So
you beat.
ha.
I recommend sleeping. I hear it's helpful.
Like
Mm,
I don't
sleeping's
feel
great.
tired anymore. Like I
Same.
honestly don't feel tired anymore.
No, you feel tired. You're just so sleep deprived and delirious that you don't realize it.
True.
Yeah, you were
No,
speaking in tongues earlier as well.
I'd say I'm pretty sane right now.
I think the
Okay,
longest
you
I've
guys-
ever stayed awake was 36 hours because I woke up at a normal standard time of like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. But then I stayed up for 24 hours and was like, damn, it's 8 o'clock. If I go to sleep now, I'm fucked. So I just stayed up all day and tried to stay up past 8 p.m. so I could actually wake up at a normal time. But I went to sleep at 8 p.m. and ended up waking up at 2 in the morning.
I've done that a few times.
And I was equally fucked as I thought I would be the other way. So
Yep.
Like I think the problem with like if I went to sleep around 10 o'clock when I was like actually tired, I wouldn't wake up until like now.
Dude, he fell asleep at his desk.
I really didn't. I was just like so zoned out that I was
So asleep.
definitely hearing things.
Every
Oh, I've
5
been that tired
seconds.
before.
Asking me and KJ
Well,
if we said something.
And watching a movie probably didn't help.
I've never fallen. Well, I mean, I've fallen asleep at my desk as a location, but like I've never like put my head down and fallen asleep on my desk. Every time I've fallen asleep, I'm leaning back, and when I wake up, my head is almost at a 90-degree angle, staring at the ceiling. Like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Why are we all here?
That's a great question.
It's honestly a fun ride.
Yeah.
Has anyone tried? Okay, do you guys know different types of sleep schedules?
Yes. So
Yes.
I've actually very much thought about it because me personally, just living my life how it is, I can most likely get away with this with like the crazy sleep schedules where you sleep for like 4 hours out of the entire day, but you sleep for like 3 to 4
minutes
times a day.
Yeah, 20 minutes every 4 hours.
Yeah.
See,
God.
that is called the Uberman sleep schedule, and that's actually what I was going to get into because most people just live on monophasic, which is you sleep one time for 7 to 9 hours, and that's it, typically at night.
Yeah.
Then there's biphasic, where you split it directly in half. It's about 3 to 3.5 hours of sleep twice a day, preferably at different times. So, for example, going to sleep at 9 p.m., waking up at midnight, going about your business, doing what you're doing, and then go back to sleep at 4 a.m. and wake up at 7 a.m., then go about your entire day.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing about that is until you do it for long enough, your body will never have REM sleep.
Exactly. So, one time, I did the Uberman sleep schedule.
On Bandcamp.
Oh, okay. I did the Uberman sleep schedule once for 2 weeks. And when I tell you, it was the most productive and best feeling I'd ever been in my life.
100%.
But one weekend, unexpected company came over. I didn't take my naps. Or I skipped 2 of my naps.
Gotcha.
That fucked me up. Because I went to sleep. I tried taking my nap and just continuing, because the thing is, if you miss a nap, you can't make it up. You have to just skip it, take your L, and keep going, or your body will crash. So I tried taking a 20-minute nap. My alarm goes off. I got up, and I'm like, damn, I really wish I hadn't missed that other one. And then I woke up 14 hours later.
Ooh.
Jeez.
It was
That's not bad.
crazy how my body literally caught up on sleep, and like I didn't wake up once. Like, it's not like I woke up all the time like, damn, I seriously need to get up, but I'm still like, no. From like 8 p.m. to whatever 14 hours later is, because I ain't doing math, I just remember that I woke up pissed.
Damn.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
And then that ruined everything. But also, this was at a time when I was trying to do, like, this was back in 2015? Something like that. Because the only reason I was doing that was because I was trying to record and stream all the time. So I would take a 20-minute nap, wake up, grab something to eat, and then record videos for 2 hours. Then go take a nap. I would wake up, edit those videos, and then start the rendering process, go take a nap. I'd wake up, do literally anything, watch a movie, YouTube videos, blah, blah, blah. When my videos are done rendering, upload them, start the uploading process, take a nap.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
at the time, I had gigabit internet, so as soon as it was done uploading, I went and streamed for 3 hours and then took a nap.
I just wanted your opinion, John. I shouldn't send out products until it's paid for, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and if you have to like show them, like heavily watermark it.
Like the thing you do where you take a picture of your tablet is good.
Yeah, because then it's low quality. But essentially, like, I just sent out the invoice, and I'm not sending out the emotes until the invoice is paid, essentially.
Correct.
So I feel like that's fair, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
'Tis the standard.
Mm-hmm. Because otherwise, you get scammed. Can get
Scamming
scammed.
is not very epic.
That's not cool.
It's
No.
not very cash money of you.
Also,
It's
just
really
a
not.
note, if you ever commission someone for an artwork and you feel like the artwork they gave you should be worth more, you can always tip what you feel like it's worth.
Everybody remember that.
That generally doesn't happen, but okay.
It should.
Imagine
Caitlin got a
not getting
tip on her
calls.
first
Couldn't be
2.
me.
Ooh.
Caitlin got a nice tip on her first 2 emotes she did, and it kind of went to her head. She's like, everyone should tip. Fucking assholes.
No.
So I have a serious problem. My bad. Go ahead first.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say no. I did 2 emotes for this one dude. They were super detailed. One was like blue eyes, and the other one was like it was a Digimon one. So I did 2 for this guy, and he just didn't tip me at all. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's fine.
It feels bad. Hello,
So-
Icarus. How are you?
Maverick.
I'm good. How are you?
Artists
So-
love when you pay them an
We're talking about
exposure.
sleep.
Ah, that
So-
which I have not gone
Okay.
the last
Well,
2
I was gonna talk about tipping for a second, but
Go for it.
Go for it.
so me being of the younger generation, and whenever my friends would go out to eat at a sit-down restaurant, me being who like who I am, and my mom grew up being a waitress and stuff. Like that was what she did. You always tip your waitress, and if they're very good, you tip them well because they took care of you. And honestly, it fucking sucks working for minimum wage, and what you get mainly is your tips.
Yeah.
So you tip them well. What sucks is a lot of my friends don't really know what the fuck that is. So it's kind of annoying to like, dude, you gotta tip them. Like, even though we're sitting at a sit-down restaurant or like whatever, you can't just pay for your meal and leave. Like, that's wrong. Not wrong, but if they were nice about everything, bringing stuff when you asked it and everything like that, tip your waitress. Okay? They took care of you, take care of them.
There's a wonderful video by a brilliant YouTuber known as Grade A Under A. I don't know who here knows who that is.
I do.
I
Yes.
do
Yeah.
not.
So
Weird face man.
he has a whole video where the summary is the thing that basically everyone agrees with. And the clickbait title was "Tipping is a Scam." But the real thing was, why the fuck don't they just get paid normal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda
Yeah.
I
bad.
mean, yeah, fair point.
And then you've got the situation where, what if you have days where basically no one tips? You're screwed. What about the
Yeah.
days when people tip well? You make more than most people with freaking degrees for that one day. And then it averages out to still being pretty shit. So just pay them a solid wage and let them do their thing. So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I don't tip based on percentages or any of that stuff. I literally just look at my bill and it's like, oh, my bill is $12.50. I'll just put $15 on the table. If it's $15.50, I'll put 20. Like, I just round up to the nearest 5, and if it's too close, like if it's 14 something, I'll put the 20 down there. It's whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I don't
It's like-
calculate. I don't do any of that shit. I just put the nearest
no,
whole
no.
bill on this and slap it on the
Yeah.
table.
So
Better yet, what I typically do actually, depending on if they do it or not, what I like to do sometimes, unless they share tips, because it's impossible to do it this way. But what I like to do is if they don't share tips, and I always ask them, I pay for the meal with a card, and then I just give them the cash up front as their tip.
yeah.
Yep, same.
Like, goddamn. Fuck.
It's all right, Chrome. It's not like we're live or anything.
Yeah.
Cut that out.
Well, fuck up. But so like, me and my mom, we go. We're not going out to like shitty restaurant. We're not going like Red Robin. We're going like steakhouses and generally places like that where your bill is gonna be decently over $100. And it's like when you get taken care of nicely and someone's very attentive to you and they're working for their job, give them like a solid like $20 tip. Like that will make them happy and continue doing well for the rest of the customers. It's not just thank you for my service, but here's a tip. Hope you keep doing well because you're doing well.
Also,
And
if your
like-
bill's already that high and you're already willing to pay that much, you've got the money. Tip their ass.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
afford to tip. Like, it's
Yeah.
understandable. Some people can't afford to tip.
Yeah.
But if you're going out to a place where your bill is going to be like $100 or over, you've got the money to tip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, so even if we go out to a nice place, there's this nice restaurant downtown that's like a kind of older Italian, but still kind of steakhousey. One time I remember specifically, like generally it's great waiters. They all wear tuxes. They all walk around. It's only guys waiting your table, and they're usually phenomenal. Like $20 tip, solid, and it's like your bill's well over $150. Okay. One time I remember, just one bad waiter just didn't offer desserts for the night. Didn't like really care about bringing water back when we asked, or like stuff that we'd asked for the kitchen. Like, nah. And just like, I'm sorry, if you're gonna be a shitty waiter, even though I'm spending that much money, you're not gonna get a good tip. You're gonna get like $5-10. which is still good.
That's a good ass tip. What the fuck you mean? They ain't getting shit from me.
But like
Yeah.
compared to like
Fair.
what they could have gotten, or like 5 to 10, or sometimes even
Fair
0.
point.
Listen, I don't care what kind of day you're having. Like, even if there's some shit going on in your life, when it comes to the job, you got to do your job no matter what it is. Like,
Yes.
that sounds heartless in some situations, but the reality of the situation is that if
People
it's
don't
really
care.
that bad, most people will let you take the day off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
If it's
generally
that
when I
bad.
go out to eat, which
I
is
mean, it
very
depends on
few
the
and far
place.
between, I still like, even if like baseline good, bad, mediocre waiter, you still gonna get like at least a 10% tip. And then if you're like a great waiter or you're above, like even just bad waiters, 10%, and then you give them more if they're like doing a real good job.
Yeah, my 3 tier lists are: you don't get shit, you get rounded up to the nearest whole dollar, or you are phenomenal, you're funny, you actually were entertaining besides just handling my food. Double tip.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
It depends.
Like,
I think I saw this
take care of the people
great
that take
little
care of you.
yeah,
Moral of the story.
For the
I
year
saw
of
this great little
2020,
excerpt or something
what was
that
that?
was like what's worse than giving a bad no tip is giving like a quarter for a tip, because that doesn't mean that it's like, oh, he didn't just forget the tip, he actively gave me something really small.
Yo,
He
I'd give
really
him a
didn't value anything
I'd
I
give
did.
him a nickel.
Oh,
And
But
then
shit, it was 99 cents.
no.
I mean,
I
penny. The copper's
No.
worth the money.
I would give him a nickel, and I would write on the bill, sorry, didn't have any pennies.
Oof.
Ooh.
If they're
Ooh.
that bad that I have to do that, that's what I'm doing. I have sass.
Oh.
I will use it.
Ooh.
Hit him with that one too.
I actually have a very quick tipping story. So when I was in high school, there was this girl, I won't say her name for personal reasons, but she honestly like would verbally torture me every single day. You're albino, you're too skinny, I don't like you. Like, she was just so nasty. And she wasn't just like that in high school. She was like that my entire life, calling me too pale, calling me too skinny, whatever. And it was just really annoying.
What up,
So
bitch?
she was the bitch. So she used to work at a Friendly's. It's for those of you who don't know, Friendly's is like a diner. They have ice cream and they have like, just regular burgers and food and stuff.
Okay.
So I had seen this one video where you put like $1 or something underneath a water bottle, and then or not a water bottle, a cup, and then you put the cup on a coaster or a piece of cardboard or something, and you quickly pull the cardboard out with water in the cup and the money underneath the cup. So essentially what you're looking at is the cup is upside down on the table full of water with the money in the water, and the cup is literally on the table. So in order for her to get the money out of the cup, you have to lift the cup up and the water goes everywhere. So I did that. Bitch. I gave her $1, but not only did I just give her $1, I ripped that shit in half. So
fuck.
good luck.
I love that. You were my favorite person.
That's next.
I hated her. She was just so nasty to me for no reason.
That beats my nickel.
Yeah.
It really does.
No. Put the penny in the glass.
The best part
I
is she
also,
actually did it. I'm just talking shit. I haven't done it yet.
I also put nails under her car tires, but that's a different story. For
Oh.
it's just
time.
just a hard. No one cares. It's whatever.
For legal purposes, we didn't hear that.
For legal reasons,
ignore
that's a joke.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Or is it? You'll never know.
Yeah. We could be
She was
lying.
talking about
legal
fingernails.
reasons, my lawyer
Fingernails.
says
It was
to say
gross.
that.
She
Yeah.
put fingernails
Obviously.
under.
And you can't prove otherwise.
Harmless. Just looks weird.
Yeah,
Dabs and
nothing
checks.
worse than when you're backing out of a
One
driveway
person
and you
was
just
like,
run over
I
a bunch of
knew
fingernails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go
imagine
into
if that,
detail, but never
imagine
mind.
if that one hoe was actually just, after all these years, a fan of mine. That was you.
That was you.
That would be hilarious.
More like hilarious.
Oh, we're punny
I'm gonna head
tonight.
out.
Not just tonight. It's every day.
Fair enough.
Oh,
It's
hi,
fu-
Kate.
Oh yeah, Kate's in chat. But yeah, for out of the kindness and goodness of your hearts,
I don't have any.
leave something. leave some kind of tip. Unless they're an asshole, in which case, payback is a bitch.
Yeah.
The only time I went to a restaurant for the entirety of 2020 due to, the thing.
What thing?
The thing that shall not be named.
The Crown.
That's actually
Yeah.
not illegal to say on YouTube now.
Oh, I can actually say COVID-19 now? Fucking right.
Yes, correct.
So yeah, that. The only restaurant I've been to was when I visited New Jersey/New York with Caitlin and Isaac. We went to this place right next to Nintendo New York called Yama Ramen. That shit was the bomb.
Ramen do
And-
be really good.
And the it was just one guy. He was everything.
Oh, damn.
Like, it wasn't that busy. Like, there were 2 people, I guess, on a shift, but like it's a small business or whatever, so there's not too many people in there. So there was only one guy running everything. He brought us from the front to our table. He came and got our order. He was bringing everybody else their food, and like it was just the one guy. So I saw all that, and our total bill across the 3 of us came out to like $50 and some change, like literally 50.0 something. And I was just like, okay. So I wanted to make sure. I was like, y'all are taking cash now, right? And he was like, I'm sorry, what? And then I was like, oh, right. I'm Southern. You're a Japanese man in New Jersey. Y'all does not come across you that often. My bad. So I was like, are you taking cash right now during COVID? And he's like, oh, yes. And then he brings me behind. And then I gave him $60 and I signed my name and all and like gave it to him. And I was like, okay, have a good day. He's like, wait, you forgot your change. I'm like, no, that's your tip. He's like, how much is tip? I'm like, all of it. And he's like, I'm confused. I'm like, whatever the bill is, take everything extra. All of that is your tip. And he's like, oh, thank you so much. This is the nicest thing all day. I'm like, oh my God, he's so sweet.
Does he not usually get a tip?
Dude,
for
it
that
feels
kind of
really
reaction?
good to help people out, though.
That kind of reaction. It sounds like he doesn't normally get a tip.
So
Petition to get this man more tips.
Yes.
True. I wish
I
I got his
don't
Petition to get this
name.
nameless
Say-
Japanese man more tips.
So I don't want to say this as I think this is more of a cultural thing, but from my experience, I generally don't see anybody other than mostly white folks tipping at restaurants. Other than white folks and African American people.
Well,
to be
that's 'cause it's mostly an American thing to tip. Like,
No,
other
yeah.
countries
Yeah,
don't
really.
have tipping.
And so something like that coming across like, a Japanese man or an East Asian it would be a big deal because, it's not really part of the culture is they don't really usually get
Yeah, actually, you kind of have a point. Because like literally, if
makes
you look
sense.
at I was trying to make sure I had the name of the place right before I said the wrong thing, and I'm looking at all the promo pictures for the website, and yeah, it's mostly Asian people. So that that's not a racial thing. That is literally cultural, and like that actually makes sense.
Yeah, and so, I don't know, it's just I grew up you tip your waiters and people who take care of you, and like for other people in different countries, just not the normal thing to do.
Yeah. Which sucks, but
But yo, that kimchi
But I mean, hopefully
ramen.
that means they're getting
Oh.
better pay. At least.
Well, not
I'm
all
on
the
stream.
time, but hopefully.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, I just came in to say hello. Now I gotta dip. All right.
Oh,
I'm
well, we were talking about Yama Ramen.
Bye, Isaac.
Sorry, I got things to do.
Oh, but you like the ramen, right?
Fuck yeah, I did.
There you go.
Does that mean you're not
Yeah.
posting the shiny down on my
Fuck
stream
yeah.
tonight?
He said none, and just left in the middle of the word.
So for ramen,
Finish
so
the sentence.
I live in the Bay Area in California. There's a lot of food places and very culturally diverse food places.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, sushi spots, amazing. Ramen spots, amazing here. Like,
ooh, I want
Korean
sushi now.
barbecue, dude, it's so good here. Like, there's so many good things here that honestly so blessed to have in this god awful place to live, but dude, food
Good
is
luck getting
really
spotted.
good.
Yeah, we don't really have any good food places here in Cornland.
We got a few in smaller cornland where I am.
Yeah, you got to go to the big cities to get the
Yeah.
good stuff.
Like I can go pretty much anywhere between the hours of like midnight and 4 and find either tacos, pho, which is like bowls of Vietnamese soup.
Mhm.
I fucking love
Pho is
pho.
delicious.
I like
is
how you
the
corrected
best.
yourself more.
I
Explicit.
had to go for the alliteration.
But like so lucky that I can pretty much find anything that I could possibly want within like a 15-minute drive.
Yeah, you are lucky. I have to go 30 minutes to the next town. Or the other town.
Or the
Yeah.
other town.
Same.
Yeah. Mediocre. Oh. I am playing a game and trying to comprehend words.
What are
This is
words?
rough.
I've never heard
I
of
think
them.
we are all playing the game, so don't worry about it.
The game of life.
Game of the craft.
Something like that.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
TopCraft?
Did Bond
Yes.
die?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
He's just listening to sleep deprived monstrosities, you know.
Yeah, the thing is, we have stayed up to like 8 a.m. the last 2 nights.
And
You
me
guys are
and
insane.
Bonk
I need
did
to
not
sleep.
have not slept yet.
I'm not a psycho, so I've slept, but yeah, those guys are.
You
Damn,
also
really
went
after
home.
my life.
Yeah, don't even at me, bro.
Hang on.
Okay, yeah, I'll wait for the insult.
He's got to
Yeah,
Google it real quick.
He added me.
Oh my god.
I know. I'm hilarious and original.
So I have this tab over here. Would anyone like to guess what is on this tab that I'm looking at?
Dogecoin.
Yeah.
I was wondering how your Dogecoin
Oh,
was
so I was wrong.
So
Where are you right?
I'm a little salty that I looked away for like a minute.
Uh-oh.
So it's going up, guys.
Okay.
It's magical.
When the stream started, I was at like plus $3 or something.
Mhm.
For the day. I am now at plus 52, but I was at plus 65 just a moment ago. If I had sold,
you hate to see
if
it.
I had sold and waited for it to drop and then bought it back, I'd be good. But I'm not. I'm sad.
Sounds about right.
Honestly, you just gotta sit on it, bro.
Well, I mean,
Honestly,
yeah,
just get
you
good
could
forehead.
do that, or you can
Like-
actually gamble.
Like, set yourself a profit and say, if it hits this number, I'm gonna sell.
See, I like to think that way, but the first day I thought that, I was like, 100 will be good. 450.
Ooh.
And I'm like, that's delicious. It keeps going higher and higher and higher. And then it was just like, this looks like a fun 91-degree fall. Whee!
Yeah, it gave you a little taste and then ripped it away.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They took $200
how they do
from
it.
me in 40 seconds. The shit hurted.
Shit hurt.
Oh yeah, it's going back
Yeah,
up.
I get that.
It's going back
I
up,
was gonna
bitches.
I
We're
was
now at
gonna say,
62.
look away for
We're
just
back-
a second.
Put
when
your
we back
hands up. We're going over the top.
When do we get to the
Dogecoin
ride?
Mountain.
This is the ride. Whoopee!
Yes.
What is
Fairly
that
Odd
called?
Parents
I
reference?
vaguely
Anyone?
remember
No?
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Bonding time. Watching all my Dogecoin money rise up through the roof.
How long do you think until it drops?
Like
Like drop
5
drops.
minutes.
drop
2
drops?
seconds.
I have no fucking idea. Slightly drops, maybe another 5 minutes, but
All right.
It's
Every
at such
5 minutes, she's
it's at such a steady climb that I'm not gonna play with it right now.
I mean, fair enough.
It's only been
Come-
climbing during my stream, and there are not enough of you goons in this chat to be rising the value of Dogecoin, but I will gladly take the credit for the hype behind it at this particular time.
Oh my
And
god.
drop top.
Where
Yeah.
did that come from?
He's sleep deprived.
Oh yeah.
He's probably saying that to the shadow person in the corner of his room.
I learned something scary today. So your peripheral vision is better than like your head-on vision when it's dark. And so when you're in the dark and you see something on the corner of your eye, you are most likely seeing something.
You guys want to hear a spooky story?
Hold on. Hold on. I'm
Spooky
wondering
time
about
now?
the scientific accuracy of that.
I
Oh,
mean,
so we
I'll
got
go
the
look
fact
up more
check
about
debrief.
it, but holy fuck, dude,
Okay.
I was scared shitless.
Do you guys want to hear a spooky story? That I believe it is a true story based off of facts that I've seen of history records.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So it's a conspiracy. Go on.
Spooky ghosts.
Go on.
it's a story, a event that happened at my high school. About 12 or 15 years ago, between there.
Well, I hate to interrupt, but we should probably preface this with the fact that these are the ramblings of a sleep-deprived man
Yeah.
who's most likely insane.
Whoa. Okay, no. This story I've been told twice because I had his class 2 years in a row.
He told the story 407 years ago.
Tell my story, bitch.
So anyways,
It's Mary.
the teacher always tells this story around October, closer to Halloween, just because it is more of a spooky story.
Okay.
So, quick little backstory on my school. My school is really big, and it's kind of split up in 4 different sections. And there's always, like, before the story was told, there's been this one kind of quad, we call them quads,
Okay.
that's always been a little bit quieter than the other. So, this is C quad. Back to the story. My teacher tells us around October, and at the time, he did not have kids, or his kids were still pretty young. He does a lot of work at school, and then he'd go home to his kids. And so one night, or some nights, he would work late, and then go home around 5 or 6 o'clock or later than that, and then drive home to go to 30 minutes away, come back to work the next morning. It was one evening that, and this was his first year teaching. There was this one evening that you can look out the door, and there's a lot of fog outside of the classroom, because it kind of looks over this little grassy kind of patch field almost, and it's like kind of foggy and misty, and his door's open and it's like dark at night, and he's working, and it's like in his peripheral vision is his door, and he sees stuff run past, and he looks at it, and then he doesn't notice anything, and he turns back and finishes writing his work. He's thinking, oh, maybe I should go home soon. It's like almost 9 or 10 o'clock. And he sees it go by one more time, and he's like, that's weird. And then kind of looks around a little bit more and sees nothing. He's like, okay, let me just start to finish this. So he's trying to finish up his work before he heads home, and it goes by one more time. And so he stands up, he walks to the door, looks outside, and calls for anybody. Nobody answers, and there's nothing there. So he leaves his class, he goes back to his desk, packs up all of his stuff, locks his classroom, and goes to his car and goes home. So, the previous story that he was then told is there's been multiple teachers that have gotten this same classroom for their first year and have then left after their first year of being with this. There's like 4 or 5 teachers and they've all left after their first year. Like 8 years before his first year, so like 18 years ago or so, there's this really loved teacher who was a bachelor, single, no kids, no family, no nothing. And he'd work super late, on nights because he, didn't have anybody to go home to, so he'd just stay work. He was a really awesome teacher that everybody loved him. I don't know his name. Even if I knew it, I'd probably say something else. But I personally don't know his name because it's been so
Bob.
long.
Yeah.
Call him Dr. Bob. And so Dr. Bob stays late at work, and he's usually there fairly early in the morning. He's not late, never sick, nothing like that. Nothing. He's usually always there. One morning, his class came into school, and he wasn't there. Lights were off, door was locked. And they're like, oh, maybe he's just running a little late or something, or maybe he's sick or something. And so, keep waiting, and more kids are showing up, and then the bell rings, and they get administration and say, hey, he's not here. Or, they came over to his classroom and said, he hasn't shown up yet. We haven't heard anything. Don't worry about it. Whatever. And so when the administrators comes over to the doors, and they're trying to get a hold of him, they're like, okay, we'll just open up the classroom to let you guys in. So they unlock the door, and the lights are off. And they open the door, and they right there in front of them to the teacher. Duh.
We love that.
Love that for him.
Yeah.
I don't think we do.
And so he died at school is what the story is. And being the fact that every new teacher that got that classroom after that incident happened left after their first year. Teachers usually just don't leave after.
Cause no one's killing that bitch-ass principal who did me in.
So
I'm not gonna lie, that genuinely scared me.
So after after a couple more years pass, after my teacher has had that classroom for his first year, he's like, I'm gonna get a new room. So we got a new room, so he stayed, and that's how I've had him, and that's how I think the story is kind of passed along a lot more. Because after he kind of said that this has happened, one of the other teachers told him about the story and what happened. They've renovated the building since, and it is now shared between 2 classrooms. The classroom was split. But ever since I've been on that campus, there's always been this eerie feeling there. In that one quadrant of the school, it's always been quieter than the rest. Nobody really hangs out there except for the druggies and whatever bullshit. It's a little bit eerie. It's kind of weird.
Why do the druggies always find the scariest corners to hide in?
I don't know.
Because that's where nobody else is gonna go and they won't be disturbed.
But they're gonna die.
They're gonna die doing the drugs.
I mean that too.
But that is the kind of eerie story of... That's one of the eerie stories of my school. There's a lot. But, honestly, I believe it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
Of course the demon believes it,
Yes, thank you, Demon Shrimp.
That's
But
not
just
me.
imagining coming to school
That was Bond.
to see your favorite teacher.
Shit.
Imagine coming to school to see your favorite teacher and your teacher is just fucking dead on his desk.
I feel like I would just stand there for a minute and be like, this is pretty great.
Hello?
Well, I think we get a day off from school, guys. Let's head home.
So like no school today, right?
Probably.
Oh,
Wow, what an easy way to get away from school. Just get traumatized.
yeah.
There's a great way to end a podcast.
Get traumatized, kid.
Hey kids,
All
you wanna
right.
see a dead body?
Yes.
No, wait.
And just
no,
FYI,
Icarus, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. I made the reference. That's it. That's all we're doing. It's okay. It's okay. We
Oh my
don't need to
God.
keep going.
FYI, there are a lot more stories that I can share
Oh,
between
God.
my school.
If this man
But you
Icarus
have-
starts with me, we're going to be quoting Team 4-Star for the next 20 minutes and not in the podcast. We
But,
can't.
But you have to come to the
I
next
can't.
podcast that I am in. So
But
make sure you
dude,
like and subscribe and follow him on Twitch at BONDofGAMES or BONDofLames at this point,
I've started.
Subscribe with Prime Gaming.
and subscribe with Twitch Prime.
Bond
Nope,
of
it's called
Cats.
Prime Gaming.
And if you don't have Prime Gaming, well, you cheap
Get
little fuck, just pay the $5. Jesus.
Or
I mean,
just drop a
As
follow.
a
man.
one bitchy streamer said, it's just $5.
It's just
$5.
Remember that.
$5. $5 foot.
$5 bond sub.
Is that how we're closing the stream out?
I do
$5
this
foot
shit
log?
for free. The least you could do is give me money.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, I did too.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, so you guys, thanks for dropping by.
Yee.
Probably next time for murder stories.
Does anyone?
Yeah.
Night.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Okay then. Chrome.
Bye.
I'm ready for dead.
Later.